thankfully, dogs were not here until I started the music, and then they both got off their beds and came over here to sit down. All right, well, he's making himself very comfortable here today. It's Sunday, and we're doing Barre-ish Bootcamp, which just means it's gonna have a little bit of a bar flavor. All you need, I can't see this here because he's totally blocking my monitor, but all you need is enough room to step forward, side, and back from wherever you're standing. If you have a mat to work on, that is an added bonus, but not a requirement. Oh my gosh, hi Tracy, Eduardo, Jane, Edie. I know, right? They know. I can finally see the monitor. Oh my gosh, my eyes are watering. I was laughing so hard. Okay, and you all know this is Stephanie and Terry's dog, Milo, in case you haven't seen him yet, if you're new to this guy. But I've had him for like a month now. All right, so you also, if you have a bar, now is the day to use it. My bar is weighted. It weighs, hi Steve, hi Pamela, hi Steve. Hey Gary. So my bar weighs 12 pounds. You don't have to use a 12-pound bar. Use what you have. If you don't have a weighted bar and you feel like you want one, Sarah, the artist, I love that you're here. If you want one of these, you just get it on Amazon from the company called The Body Bar. Hi Cass. The Body Bar. And Spry also has a weighted bar that is good. But if you don't have that, you can just use a pair of dumbbells or nothing. You know, it'll still work with nothing, so it's good. All right, if you're watching this after the fact and not live on my YouTube fitness channel, thanks for subscribing and sharing and saving and telling a friend and all that stuff. If you are watching this on my IGTV and you're wondering how to get to the YouTube fitness channel because the playback is a little better, not as compressed, there's a link in my Instagram bio. You just go to that, click on it, it'll take you right there. There's like more than 100 classes up there now, so lots to choose from. Hi, Ellen. All right, so the only other thing you need to have nearby is a towel or two. I keep mine right here. I also keep water back to my fancy wine glass. You may have whatever beverage you like because you are in your house. Who would know? Just saying. All right, if you have any kind of injury that you're working with, make sure that you stay with the first or second level, sort of as I show the move before I move on to the more intense. And then of course, if you've seen a doctor for an injury, make sure that you have the clear to do this stuff so that you don't aggravate your injury. Can't imagine anything worse than having to stay at home and then having to stay at home on the couch. I mean, for a little bit, but not all the time. All right, having said all that, oh, an after party. After party is going to be an upper body series. It's going to go from standing to the floor with small dumbbells. So that's after the class. So, having said all that, let's stand up. Make sure that the sides of your space are clear. I'm going to make sure that I have room to step aside. These towels are suspiciously in the way. All right, so you'll stand at the front edge of wherever you're working, feet under your hips, hips under your shoulders. You can wiggle your toes, bring your arms up here, but as your arms come up, press your shoulders down, then find a little squat. In the squat, you can wiggle your toes. In the squat, we rarely talk about what happens to your muscles. Thank you, Edie. But your muscles back here are stretched. These are contracted. As you push down through your feet, you contract the muscles on the back side. Wiggle your toes, then shift your weight slightly forward and try to lift your heels in balance. So now you're like a game of Jenga. All of your joints line up. If they all line up, you won't fall. Extend through your fingertips. Now try to find your chair squat. Yep, same thing. Muscles on the back side of your body are stretched or extended. Muscles on the front are contracted. Lower your heels, wiggle your toes. Fold, either grab your elbows or let your hands fall to the floor. Whichever makes more sense to your hamstrings on this cold Sunday morning. Either way, all of your toes can wiggle. Try to straighten your left leg and bend your right knee, sitting into your left hip. Then change sides, straighten your right leg and bend your left knee, sitting into your right hip. Then bend both knees, let your head hang. Lift your tailbone up. Slowly unroll, stacking one bone on top of the next. At the top, roll your shoulders down and back. Both arms come up, inhale, reach up. Forward fold, tailbone lifts, unroll and forward. 3, let's do it again. Both arms come up and forward fold, tailbone lifts, unroll. 3, 2, one more time. Both arms up, forward fold, tailbone lifts, unroll. At the top, your right arm comes up and over, bend both knees. Reach your fingertips to the floor, wiggle your toes, come up. Let's try it on the other side. Sink, left arm up and over your ear, right fingertips reach down, come up. 2 counts to get there. So it's 1, 2, push down to come up. Other side, 1, 2, high back, single count, sink, press, sink, push through your feet, sink, press. Let's go one more each side. Last time. Center, fold, let your head hang. Bend your knees far enough to get your hands to the floor and step your feet back for your first downward facing dog. Your tailbone lifts up to where the wall meets the ceiling behind you. Your heels press into the floor. Your chest presses through your shoulders. Then lower your hips to find any plank. Hands underneath your shoulders. Maybe you lower your knees, maybe not. It's up to you. If you're not on your knees, you have an option to rock forward and back. You don't have to, but you can. 4 more. 3, pull your belly button into your spine. Once more, hold your plank. From any plank, lift your tailbone up to a down dog. From here, both heels lift up together. So lift and lower, lift and lower. 4 more to go. Lift, press down. Last 2. And hold your down dog. Walk your feet up towards your hands to a forward fold with your knees bent. Lift your tailbone up, let your head hang. Unrolling, 4, 3, at the top, shoulders roll down and back. Try not to lock your knees. 4 more here, it's 4, 3, both arms come up. Inhale, reach up. Bend your knees, hands to the floor, step back. Find your down dog again. Then shift your weight over to your right hand and foot. And bring your left leg up until you feel the stretch behind your right leg. You can stay right here. If you like, you can bend your left knee and open your left hip, pressing your right heel to the floor. If you took the bend and rotation, straighten back out to your 3-legged dog, where you can stay, or you can lower your hips and bring your left knee to your left elbow. If you came down here, come back up to your 3-legged dog where you can stay, or come with me, lower down, 1, 2, back up. Do it again. Let's try it one more time. Lower for 2 and hold your 3-legged dog. Both feet to the floor if they were still up. Find your down dog in the middle. Then shift over to your right hand, or your left hand and foot, your left. Bring your right leg up until you feel the stretch behind your left leg. You can stay right here, or bend your right knee and open your right hip. If you took the bend and rotation, straighten back out to your 3-legged dog, where you can stay, or lower your hips to plank. And bring your right knee to your right elbow. If you came down here with me, come back up to your 3-legged dog. Stay here or work down with me right here. Lower for 2 and up. Do it again. Lower for 2. One more if you're ready. And hold your 3-legged dog. Both feet to the floor. Down dog in the middle. Then lower your hips to plank. Any plank will do, knees down or up. You decide, but shoulders out of your ears. Right leg slowly steps up to the outside of your right hand. Maybe your back knee is on the floor. Either way, maybe you touch your right knee, wiggle your right toes. Maybe you reach up with your right fingertips and bring your right hand back to the floor. Engage your core. Right leg steps back to plank. Try it on your left. Step forward. Maybe your back knee comes down. For sure you can wiggle your toes. Maybe you touch your left knee. Maybe you reach up with your left fingertips. Either way, both hands to the floor. Engage your core. Step your left foot back. Let's try it up tempo. Any level works. Step forward. Reach or touch your knee. Back to plank. Step. Reach or touch your knee. Again. Step. Reach or touch your knee. Breathing all the way in and out. One more each side. At your own pace. Once more. And then hold any plank. If your knees are still up, now's the time to put them down. Release your feet, hips to your heels. Child's pose. Pressing your chest through your shoulders. From here, round up to find your modified plank. Hands under your shoulders, shoulders out of your ears. You can stay here or bend your elbows a little bit, maybe a little more, maybe further. Either way, push the floor away from you, hips to your heels. Let's make those positions flow together. Round up from here and hold or bend, child's pose. Do it again, round, hold or bend. Do it again, round, hold or bend. Or you should be breathing all the way in and out. Round, hold or bend. Seems like a lot of these, doesn't it? This time, come all the way down. Keep your hands at the side of your chest. Left leg lifts up from the hip. And then your right. So this is your move. Maybe you press up and rotate behind you. Press. Do it again. Up. Two more. And then press your chest up. Hips to your heels. Child's pose right here. Then round up to a modified plank again. But this time when you get here, tuck your toes. Push down to find your down dog. Bring your knees back to the floor. Release your feet. Hips to your heels. Make that flow together here. Round up for two. Down dog. Lower your knees. Child's pose. Do it again. Round up. Push down. Lower your knees. Child's pose. We have one more time through. Round up. Push down. Lower your knees. Child's pose. This time modified plank and hold. Shoulders out of your ears. Maybe you tuck your toes and lift. You don't have to. It's an option. Right hand to the middle and rotate to a side plank. Feel free to have your right knee on the floor. Top arm has the option to reach to me and up. Then under your bottom arm. Then single count if you're ready. Towards me and up and under. Again to me and under. Hold your side plank. Come back to the center. Find any plank, knees down or up. Left hand to the middle. Rotate to a side plank. Maybe your left knee finds the floor. Either way, top arm is going to reach towards me and up. Then lace underneath. 1, 2, single counts here towards me and up and under. Once more. Then hold any side plank. Pushing the floor away from you. Come back to the center. Find any plank. Knees down or up. Maybe you bend your elbows a little bit and hover. Maybe more. Maybe closer to the floor. If you're in any kind of a hover, push the floor away from you. Tailbone lifts up to a down dog. Walk your feet up towards your hands. Knees are bent. Let your head hang. Your tailbone lifts. Slowly unroll. At the top, Grab your resistance, adjust your wardrobe, grab a sip if you need it. I do. Alrighty. You ready? Bend your knees to grab your resistance. Have to remind myself to do that. So if you're using dumbbells, they just hang by your sides in an overhand grip. So shoulders down and back, feet under your hips, your knees can wiggle. Slow motion, sink your hips, push through your feet to come up. Sink to squat, push down to come up. So you gotta think of the floor as your own personal leg press. So you're pushing against it to come up. That way you're sure to activate your booty and not just your quads. Push through the middle of your feet. Single counts here. Sink, push down to come up. So your knees don't lock, but your booty does squeeze at the top. 4 to go right here. So 4, push down. 3, 1 more. At the top, hold here. Lower your elbows. Whether you're using dumbbells or a bar, press up to where the wall meets the ceiling in front of you. Knees are not locked, neither are your elbows. Bring your resistance back down, 1 of each. 1 squat, 1 press. Squat. I have a crazy itch on my nose, so you guys keep going. Whew, it's killing me. Squat, lower, press. Again, make it flow if you're ready. Squat to press, sink, push down. You don't have to go this fast. If you are, maybe your left knee comes up and then your right. Push, sink, push against the floor, and just squats here. Not to worry, we will revisit that. Let your heart rate settle just for a moment. You can always wiggle your toes in this position. Shift to your right, slow motion, left leg, diagonally back. Tap, keep your weight on your right. Give me 1 squat here. Diagonally back, same leg. 1, 2, single leg squat. Let's try that up tempo. Right here, single, sink, tap, squat, do it again. Sink, tap, squat, do it again. So push down through your right foot to come up out of this diagonal and the single leg squat. So sink, touch, squat, do it again. We'll go twice more from here. Sink, touch, squat. Last time on this side. And then feet parallel, just to squat. We'll do all that again. Work on the other side. 1 squat, 1 press. So lower your elbows, diagonal press. Again, make it flow if you're ready. If you're not up to this speed, just do the first level. Maybe your right knee comes up, and then your left. Sink, press. 1 more, just the squat, down and up. Pushing against the floor. As you squat, shift your weight slightly to your left foot, and then your right leg diagonally back, slow motion. Find your position, tap down your left leg, single leg squat. 1 more slowly, diagonally back, tap and squat, single leg. You're ready, single counts right here. Diagonal, touch, single leg squat. Diagonal, touch, single leg squat. Breathing all the way through this. Sink, touch, squat. Do it again. Sink, touch, chest stays lifted. Your left toes can wiggle. They don't need to, but they could if you wanted them to. We'll go twice more after this one. Twice more. Push against the floor. Last one. And then both feet parallel squats here. Your booty's even. As you squat, if you're using dumbbells, keep them down by your sides. If you're using a bar, flip your grip 1 hand at a time. And then roll the bar to your elbows. Lace your fingers. Now if you're using dumbbells and they're at your sides, bring them up across your chest. So we'll all be in the same position, feet wide, Toes to the corners, sink your hips. Straight down, straight up. This is your base move. You want to make sure that you're not leaning forward as you sink down. You're trying to open at the hip joint. So you want the legs tracking the same direction as your toes. 2 more. Hold your down position. Give it a little pulse. Check your shoulders. Are they down and back? Hold your pulse. Heels lift. Extend your legs. Lower your heels. Sink your hips. Heels up. Now slightly faster here. Sink, lift, straighten. Hips underneath your shoulders. Working through your feet. Let's do 4 and 3, 2, and now just the hip sink twice. Now both heels lift up 2 times. Heels lift, up and lower. 1 of each, sink your hips, heels lift. Do that again. Are you breathing? Sink slightly faster. Sink, lift, sink, working through your feet. And then up tempo, faster here, sink, press. Right through the arch of your foot. And then hold at the top, hold. Can you bend your knees? Lower your heels, wiggle your toes, push down to come up. Feet back to parallel, squat here. Remember, you're pushing against the floor with your weight in the middle of your feet. All right. If you're using a bar, you'll unlace your fingers and unroll the bar and flip your grip, 1 hand at a time. If you're using dumbbells, from your cross position, bring them right back down to your sides. So this, you want to make sure you don't have anything in your way. We're going to actually move to the sides. Left leg steps out wide here. So 1 foot off your mat if you're using it. Squats but wide. Right leg comes in, so you're parallel. Feet under your hips. 1 foot on your mat if you're using it. Now, as you squat, shift your weight to your right foot. We did these already, single leg squats. Now your option is to let your left leg slide and back in. So now truly, all of your weight is in your right foot. And then your left leg has the option to slide up. 1 more, hold your down position, hold, check it out. Your left toes go to the back and back to the side. Do it again, around to the back and side, single count. So it's back here. 2 more, hold your leg back, try to pick your foot up and pulse. As you pulse, push your left hip towards me, chest lifts, shoulders down and back. Flex your back foot as this happens in 4, 3, hold here. Now bring your heel about halfway to your hip and extend. Do it again, halfway to your hip. Now as you do this, you want to feel your hamstring engage. And if your heel comes all the way to your hip, that lets you know that you should take your thigh further back behind. You want to feel it engage about halfway in. Let's try single counts here. So in and out. How's your right booty doing? Joey Luna, what you doing? Are you working out with me? Chest up, belly button in. Left hip presses towards me. 1 more. Hold your leg out. Toes on the floor. Take them around to the side and pulse to 4, 3, 2, parallel squats here. How's your right butt? Push down to the middle of your feet. Now we're going to travel back the other way. Do the entire thing on the other side. Sure. Right leg steps wide. Wide parallel squat. Pushing against the floor. Then your left leg comes in underneath your hips. So we're right where we started. Now we got to make our way over. Right leg steps wide. If you're using a mat, it's probably off the side. Your left leg comes in under your hip. All right, so now you're parallel, but on the other side. Oh, I'm very far to the side of my screen. I'll keep an eyeball, make sure I don't float off. As you squat, shift your weight into your left leg. Just a little toe on the right leg. Now here's your option. To let it slide out, to the side. Do it again. Sink, push against the floor. Hold this time. Hold, take your toes behind you for 2 and over to the side. Slowly again, 1, 2, single counts here. So they're back and side. Chest up, belly button pulls in towards your spine. Do it again. Hold your toes back, pick them up, and pulse. Now as you pulse, you turn a little bit to the front so you can see this. Press your right hip towards me, chest up, shoulders down and back. As you pulse, flex your back foot. Breathing all the way in and out. 3, 2, hold. Now heel towards the hip and then extend. So remember, it's not going to come all the way into your hip. It'll get to about halfway and you'll feel the hamstring engage. Press your right hip towards me, chest up, and then single counts here. So it's in and out. In. Are you breathing? Please breathe. 4 more in these singles. So it's 4, extend. Shoulders down and back, chest up. 1 more. Hold it back here, toes to the floor and side. Give it a little pulse right here for 4, 3, and parallel squat. So sink, push down. Your butt is officially even. The left leg steps out wide, parallel squat. Right leg comes in. You are right where you started. As you squat, whether you're using dumbbells or a bar, set it down way out in front of you so it's not in your way. Palms together. Now is an ideal time to take a sip of whatever you're drinking. I'm gonna put mine right into the choreography. It's kind of far off to the side today. Alrighty. If you're trying to drink while you're moving, you drink in the up position. That way we don't choke. Now, if we were all, 21 years old, I would say this would be an important skill to have out in the club. But 2 things. We're not 21, and we're not going to a club anytime soon. All right, so I'm gonna set this down. Sink up. All right, make sure you have room behind you, palms together. Remember, weight in the middle of your feet. Shoulders down. Touch your knees, knuckles up. Sink, knuckles up. Keep this move. I'm gonna give our music a little bump. Sink, press, sink, 2 more like this. And keep your squat, but palms together. That's one piece of our move. Your left leg will start, step back, 1 time on your left, and then on your right, step other way. So this is your base move. Option to sink your hips. Sink, push against the floor. So you sink your hips. It's the same position we did with the bar on our elbows. So hips underneath your shoulders. Knees track the same direction as your toes, which is slightly turned out. Option to reach up behind you with your back arm. Do it again. So sink, press. 2 more. Palms together, parallel squat. So those are our 2 pieces. Touch your knees. Are you ready? Step back left. Maybe you sink and reach, maybe not. Maybe you step. Once more. Parallel squat. Touch your knees. 4. Up. 3. Push through the middle of your feet. Step back on your left. For 4. 3. 2. Parallel squat. Touch your knees. Sink. Push down. 2 more. Let's do it again. Left leg steps back. Step or sink. 2 more. Parallel squat. Touch your knees. We have 1 more time to go. Push down. Here's your last set. Left leg steps back. For 4, 3, 2. Parallel squat. Touch your knees. 4, 3, 2, and palms together. Recovery squat. If you were in a gadget, you can glance down and find your heart rate. If you're not, Just make sure that you could talk if you wanted to, but you don't feel like it. Feet a little wider than your hips. Sink, push down. Fingertips behind your ears. So that means that your elbows squat to the side. So not here, but here. Extend your fingertips up. So sink, push down through your feet. Remember this move. We'll do it again for 4. Push down. 3. 1 more. Palms together. Keep your squat. Keep that in your head. We'll build this. Hands on your legs. Squat, hold. Left leg back. Feet back to parallel. Up. Squat. Right leg. Back. Together. Up. So the together is slightly wider than your hips. You sink, reach back, together, up. This is our first level. Second level, hands to the floor. Left leg back. Together, press through your feet. Right leg. Feet parallel, push down through your feet. So you are not going to lift with your back. Push through your feet. Use your legs. Option to reach your right arm up and rotate. Push down to come up. Sink, maybe you rotate. So those are your levels. Please don't feel like you have to go to the floor. This works just as well. So you gauge off of your heart rate. Where's your heart rate? Can you still talk? 1 more each side, any level. Then keep your feet where they are, palms together. Remember this? Reach your arms up. 2 more here. Palms together. So those 2 moves are going to go together. It'll be 1 side, then 2 of these. Are you ready? Left leg goes back this time. Sink, reach. Twice in the middle. Sink, reach. Other side here. Right arm or right leg back. Up, sink, press. Left leg goes back. Sink, reach. Touch your ears. Right leg goes back this time. Sink, reach. Touch your ears. Left leg goes back. Sink, rotate and reach. Reach up and touch your ears. Right leg goes back. Sink, reach, chest stays lifted. Let's do it again. Left leg goes back. Sink, reach. Up, touch your ears. And to your left. What? You want to do it again? Okay. Left leg back this time. The last time is with your right leg. Going back. Rotate left. Reach up. Palms together. Keep your squat. Feet under your hips. Reach up. Same thing. Touch your ears. As this is happening, take a little step back. We'll use the space in front of us. 2 more like this. Arms stay up. Step left together. Right together. Elbows bend. Extend. Bend. Extend. As you step forward, let your back heel come up off the floor. So heel up. Maybe you bend a little further. Maybe not. Double it up. So double. Up. Double. Again. Now this time, on your double, bring your arms down and up. Arms go down and up. Do it again. Back heel up. Doesn't have to be a big bend, but it can be if you like. Maybe you give it a little hinge forward. Reach up. Sink. Straighten, maybe you hinge. If you're taking the hinge here, you have an option to lift your back leg up and back. Same thing. So it's all the same move, just different levels of intensity. It could be here with a hinge or with the hinge of the leg lift. You decide. Sink. If it's feeling too easy at all, make sure you do a full range of motion and press, sink, press, sink, press. Again. One more each side. Do it again. Squats right here. Touch your ears. Reach. Take a little step forward. Palms together. Keep your squat. Grab a sip of water if you need it. Give yourself a little check. Shoulders down and back. Wiggle your toes. Guess this is the universal sign for wiggle your toes. Maybe it's this way, I don't know. 4, press. You know this next one. You can pedal or hop. Right here, so you can pedal with one foot always on the floor, or you can hop. Then step out wide right here. So pedal or hop. Cross, out. Sink your hips right there. So 4, 3, 2, arms bandage up. Left arm comes down and up. Do it again. Toes towards me. Knees are bent. Hips under the shoulders. Maybe you lean as you reach down. 4 to go. Dog crossing. 2 more. And then hop or pedal right here. Hop. Out or pedal. Step. Finish the arms up. Left arm reaches. Maybe you lean, maybe you don't. Up to you. Are you ready? Hop or pedal here. 4, 3, 2, arms finish up. Left arm reaches. 4, up, 3, 2, hop or pedal here. 4, 3, 2, arms finish up. Reach your left. Can you wiggle your toes? Let's do it again. Hop or pedal. Last 2. Arms up. Reach left. Breathing as this happens. Hold your arms up. Toes to the corners. Sink, press. Arms go out and up. Down, up, out. Do it again. That's your move. Push down to the middle of your feet. Hips under your shoulders. Keep your chest lifted. Once more. Hold your arms out. Hold. We'll pulse here. Weight in the middle of your feet. In 4, 3, left heel comes up and rotate to your right. Center, arms up. Right heel, rotate left. Center, other way, left heel comes up to the right. Push down, right heel up, and rotate, center, do it again. Left heel to the right. Again, right heel. Once more each way to the right. Last time with the rotation, and then center, 3 pulses down. So 3, 2 feet come together and out. Other side, 2. So your together and out can be the step, or it can be a press down and a jump right here. What? In 3, 2, 1. Push down. 3, 2, 1. Push down. Or step, you decide. Once more. 3, 2, just the hips sink here. Palms together. How your legs. 2 more. Then feet parallel. Little recovery squat. Take a little step back. Let your heart rate settle. Couple more intervals. Then we might string a few of these together. What? Never do that. Make sure room in front of you. Left leg, step forward 1. Step forward. This time, your back heel stays on the floor. It's more of a lateral lunge, a little bit. Not quite. But your shoulders turn to the corner so that when you come back around, your weight is sort of on your back heel. Now the option to bend both knees, but your heels stay down. So you sink, you rotate on your back heel. Shoulders to the corner slightly, sink, push, rotate. So you want to unweight the ball of your foot as you rotate, because if you leave it down, you'll torque the inside of your knee. Nobody wants that. Reach up behind you. Sink, reach, push against the floor. Maybe your arms come up right there. So sink, reach, push down against the floor to come up. Push. I'm your hero. You should get out more. Edie, I love that I'm your hero. I'd love to know why. 4 to go. So 4, 3, 2, parallel squat. Can we link some of these things we've done so far together? What? Why would we do that? Because we can. What if we went through each move that we did after we set down our resistance? Take a little step forward here. Check your respiratory system. Make sure you can talk, but that you don't want to. If you weren't a gadget, just look down. Remember the first thing we did? Step back, ready, left leg. Step, maybe sink. 2 more. My stamina. Parallel squat, touch your knees. It's not easy to pretend I'm not out of breath when I'm talking. I am very out of breath. Step back left. But I'll tell you the secret of how I developed this skill. Parallel squat, touch your knees. 4. What's the next thing? I have to look at my notes. Step back left. Right here, step, reach. 2 more. Parallel squat, touch your knees. Before we do the next move, I'll tell you my secret. Palms together. When I was about 11 or 12, I was in a dance class. I had this very, I won't say mean, but very strict teacher. And I was doing some V-sits on the floor. And I must have been scrunching my face up. And he walked by, and he whispered in my ear, nobody is going to pay money to watch you make it look hard. What? And it stuck in my brain like a bug that had crawled in. So now, no matter what's happening from here down, from here up, I just act like everything's fine. Weird, but that's when it happened. All right, feet wide parallel, fingertips here. Remember this? Push down, reach up. 2 more. Remember, hands to the knees or the floor, left leg goes back. Come back up, touch your ears. Let's do the other side. Knees or floor. Reach, push down to come up, touch your ears. We'll do it again. Each side, left leg back. Reach, touch your ears. Right leg goes back. Touch your ears. We'll go one more time, each direction here. Reach up, come up, touch your ears. Here's our last rest. Knees or floor, reach up. Reach up. Keep this touching your ears. Bring your feet parallel underneath your hips. Take a little step back. Keep your arms up this time. Left leg steps forward. Bend, straighten. Remember this one? Maybe you hinge. Maybe you lean and leg lift. Do it again. Sink, lift. Ooh, I almost tipped over. And sink. Yes, Beth. We probably did have the same teacher. Remember how mean those dance teachers used to be, Beth? It was all about how you presented your choreography, not about whether it was perfect, but did you own it? Once more each side. Step. Hinge or lift. Last time. Are you ready? Hop or pedal here. 4, 3, bend your knees. Arms finish up. Left arm. Reach, bend your knees. Toes towards knees. We'll do it again. Hop or pedal. 4. You can pedal and step. Arms finish up. Left arm. We have one more set of these. Here it is. Hop or pedal here. 4, 3, 2, arms finish up. Left arm. 2 more. Feet parallel. Palms together, squat. Little step back. Here's our final deal. Remember, left leg, step, slight turn to the corner. Maybe you sink your hips or reach up or both. So sink. So get out of being a lateral lunge and becomes a step forward and a hip sink with a slight rotation. Maybe you reach up, sink, reach. One more, parallel squat, palms together. And then, for our big cardio finale, feet wide, toes to the corners, hip sink. Just the way we started. And don't worry, I'm not gonna launch in to the long version we do in barefoot cardio condition. Cross your forearms. We're doing just the centerpiece. Arms to a V. Cross your arms up over your head. And out to a V. Sink. Cross. Up tempo if you're ready. Cross. V. Maybe you lift your heels. If you're lifting your heels, option to jump. You don't have to jump. You can mix it up. You can go flat, heel lift, then jump. Or none of those. 2 more. Palms together. Press down and up. Do you have a gadget on? Can you talk? Sort of felt like I could have gone on forever and a day with the cardio, but I won't. Feet parallel. Inhale, reach up. Hands on your legs. Tuck your hips. Round in the back. Release. Do it again. Tuck your hips. Release. Do it again. Tuck your hips. Release. This time, tuck your hips. Roll all the way up. Stay on your feet. Grab a sip of whatever you're drinking. Towel off. I'm gonna implement a couple of towels. One for the floor for our ab work, and then one to towel off with courtesy of Edie. This towel is awesome. That's why it's always in the laundry. All right. Woo. Once your heart rate has settled a little bit, we'll go with no equipment for the, what am I trying to say, for the abs. My heart rate's high. All right, once you feel you can sit down, you'll sit down, but don't lay down. Keep your heart above, or your head above your heart above your head. Wouldn't that be something? All right, so I'm turning to the side. You don't have to. Just know that that's how I cue you properly. Front arm is the arm towards me. Back arm is away from me. If you don't want to turn side, yours cuts off at the end, Pamela? Okay, well, I hope it doesn't this time, but I love that you are doing this with us so much. You can't even believe it. All right, so you face whatever direction you want. Knees bent, feet on the floor, sit up tall. The temptation is to start here, but try to come up. Arms out in front, half curl down. 1, 2, up. Again, half curl. As you curl, push down underneath your armpit. When we use the towel, it's easier to get in touch with that muscle. But today, we're going to do some moves that will involve the towel. Curl. Now your front arm will reach back behind you and up. Now your front or back arm? Yes. Front arm will reach. If you want to, you can bring it in a circle. Reach and up. Do it again. So reach or make it a circle, or don't even reach, whatever works for you and your core. Up to you. I keep sliding backwards and up. Again. Curl for 2. One more each side. Curl for 2 and up. Once more. And then palms together, shoulders down, curl and hold. Fingertips reach up towards where the wall meets the ceiling in front of you. Extend your front leg up, step down. Back leg. Are your shoulders down out of your ears? Thank you, Steve. And hold your legs down, shoulders down. We'll rotate towards each other. So towards me and center, rotate away from me. Single counts. Ready? To me, center. Away. Keep both hip bones into the floor. Maybe your front leg extends up and center. Back leg. So keep your arms extended. Keep your shoulders down away from your ears by squeezing down through your lap. 4 more. This is 4, 3, 2, and come up. Forward fold. Knees can be bent or straightened at any point. Release your low back. Actively separating your shoulder blades. Inhale. On your exhale, flex both feet. Eyes up. Shoulders. And then your body. At the top, still tuck your hips. Fingertips help you roll down. When you're all the way down, bring your knees into your chest and rock your knees side to side. I'll extend my top leg on the rotation because that's how I roll these days. I need a little extra oomph on that rotation. 1 more. And then back to the center. Hands to the side of your hips, palms down. Now open your shoulders, press your shoulder blades into the floor, untuck your hips so that your belly button is level to your pelvic bone, 90 degrees to the hip and the knee, calves are parallel to the floor, shoulders down. It's really tempting to round them, so push them down. Maybe this is enough for you. If it isn't, extend your back leg out to the wall in front of you. Feel the resistance increase. Now change the sides for 4 counts. You're there on 4, change 1. 2, 90 degrees at the hip and the knee, slowly change. 2, 3, once more slowly, check your position. Now 2 counts to get there in 1, 2, 1, 2, are your shoulder blades on the floor? Single counts here, so 3, 2, hold and pulse. We do that to stop the momentum. Hold and pulse for 3, 2, hold and pulse. Do it again. 3, 2, hold and pulse. Same thing. 3, 2, hold and pulse. Last time in 3, 2, hold right here. Both legs to chair. Neutral spine stays. Arms out to the side. Palms up. Rotate both legs towards me. So rotate for 2. Pull center away from me. So your legs are still acting as your dumbbells. You resist the weight of them and bring to the center. Exhale, resist. Inhale, pull to the center. Exhale, resist. Inhale, are your palms still up? So you're not going to flop over to the floor. You'll resist the weight of your legs. They go only as far as you can control them with your core. 1, 2, inhale. Exhale, 2, 1, 2, inhale. For 2, exhale, 1, 2, inhale. Do it again. And hold in the center. Extend your legs up. Cross your ankles, my favorite move. Bend your knees out to the corners. Fingertips behind your ears. Squeeze under your armpits. Shoulders slightly off the floor. So this is your base, and then you pull in for 2. Extend your arms and legs away from your middle. Pull them in. Extend. So you inhale as they come in. And exhale out. Again, inhale. For 2, exhale. Resist the weight of your arms and legs. Do it again. music is slowing down, so we'll slow down. It'll be harder. 1, 2, exhale. Do it again. Inhale. 2, exhale. This time, hold everything in. Little pulse. Try not to pull on your head. So you're trying to get your hips and shoulders closer together. 8, 7, 6, final 4, 3, 2, and release. Knees into your chest. Rock your knees side to side, just a little bit. Then hold in the center. Both feet on the floor, heels close to your hips. Palms down, tuck your hips, push down through your feet to lift your hips to a bridge pose. Diagonal line from your shoulders to your hips to your knees. Maybe you pull the sides of your mat. Maybe you lace your fingers under your hips and tuck your shoulder blades closer together. Either way, you're breathing in and out. If your fingers are laced, unlace them now, then lower your spine. Check this one out. Scoot your hips away from me. Take your back leg, so your heels across your front knee. Arms out to the side, then let your knees rotate over towards me. Just let them hang. You'll feel the stretch behind the top leg and into your glutes. Breathing all the way in and all the way out. Then back to the center. Both legs out to the side, or just where they were bent. Scoot over to the front towards me. Take your front leg, cross it over your back leg, and then let your knees fall to the back of the room. Again, you'll feel that across them into the glutes all the way out. Breathing as it happens, shoulder blades on the floor. Then bring yourself back to the center. Feet parallel. Front knee comes into the chest. Extend your leg up until you feel the stretch behind the front leg. Back leg can stay where it is, or you can walk it out to another point of flexibility. Shoulders on the floor. Flex your front foot. Bend the knee to the chest for 2. Drive the heel up. And again, flex. Bend. It doesn't have to straighten. All you're looking for is a stretch on the back side. Hold wherever you feel the stretch. Front arm on the inside of your front leg. Press your front leg just a little bit to the side until you feel the stretch on the inside of your leg. Press your back hip to the floor. Flex both feet. Push your heels out to the walls. Breathing all the way in and all the way out. Then bend your front knee back to the center. Front arm goes out to the side. Back arm across your bent knee. And take your knee across. We're doing a lot of rotations today. And reach out with your front fingertips. Come back to the center. Change sides. Front foot on the floor. Back knee comes in. Extend your back leg up until you feel the stretch behind it. Maybe your front leg walks out. Maybe it doesn't. It doesn't have to. Bend your back knee. Extend your heel up. Again, flex. Bend. Drive it up. Again, flex and bend. This time, hold your extension wherever that is. It does not have to be straight. Back arm anywhere on the inside of your back leg. Push the leg to the side, but only far enough to feel the stretch on the inside. Front hips pressing into the floor. Be aware of your breathing. That is happening. Bend your back knee to the center. Back arm reaches out. Front arm across your knee. And your knee comes over towards me as you reach out with your back fingertips. And back to the center. Both feet on the floor. Let's flip over for our what is I going to call it? For our quad stretch. That's it. Arms and legs all the way out. Front arm reaches around. Grab where your shoelaces would be. Option to bend your back elbows and make a fist and rest on your fist. You don't have to. You're welcome to just do whatever you want with your head. Your head. Heel to your hip. Hip to the floor. Then release without letting it flop. Change sides. Back arm reaches around. Grab where your shoelaces would be. Pull your heel to your hip. Hip to the floor. Try to keep that arm there. And bring your front arm back around. Trying to get your feet in your hands. Maybe you're not there yet. You can grab your heels or your pants. Or you can throw a towel around your feet and grab that. If your feet are in your hands, you don't get a prize, but you can push your feet into your hands. Try to lift your knees, that'll really open your quads. Maybe you lift your chest and open your shoulders. Either way, you're breathing all the way in and out. And release. Hands to the side of your chest. Press your chest up, hips to your heels. Child's pose. Pressing your chest through your shoulders. Try to rotate your thumbs up towards the ceiling. So your hands are on their sides. Then release your palms back to the floor. Round your back up to a tabletop position. That is hands under your shoulders. Tuck your toes. Round your back by tucking your hips. Put your hands and feet into the floor to lift your knees and tailbone up. Walk your feet up towards your hands. Keep your knees bent. Let your head hang. Your tailbone lifts up. Slowly unroll your back. One bone at a time. At the top, shoulders roll down and back. Ooh, that was it. I went a couple minutes over. That was long. Thanks, you guys. This was really fun. You're welcome, Tracy. It was so fun to see so many of you here. So my schedule is up. First of all, thank you to everybody who's been able to put a donation in my Venmo, PayPal, snail mailbox, or even sending me something fun for my living room. I love it all. If you're unemployed, just keep working out. Don't worry about it. I'm going to be back in 5 minutes for upper body after party. Check my schedule for the week. I have Wednesday and Friday this week. Monday, I have a bunch of meetings for the other digital platform that I'm doing, so I have to skip Monday this week. But I'm Wednesday and Friday, so you're welcome, Jane. Oh, and I'm so excited that you all got your, Sarah, it was good to see you. I'm glad some of you are getting your vaccinations. That's awesome. So I will see a lot of you in 5 minutes. If I don't see you, I'll see you this week. Bye.